हेलो गाइस, वेलकम टू द यूट्यूब चैनल ऑफ टैक्स जहाँ पे हम आपसे सभी तरह की लीगल टैक्सेशन और फाइनेंशियल मैटर्स पे बात करते हैं। आज हम बात करने वाले हैं अबाउट अ न्यू टॉपिक, क्रिमिनल कोड्स। सो लेट्स स्टार्ट द वीडियो। आवर टॉपिक इज क्रिमिनल कोड. It is section 6 of CRPC. As you all know, I present my answers as per the writing method that enables you to gain maximum marks in exam. उसी हिसाब से मैंने इसको प्रेजेंट किया है. Easy to memorize, easy to write. Step by step, bullet point wise. What type of questions will be there in exams? Let's see. What are the various types of criminal codes as provided under CRPC? Mainly यही क्वेश्चन आएगा. इसको अलग अलग तरह से फ्रेम किया जा सकता है. State the extent of the sentences which you passed by them. What do you understand by the court of session? What are the sentences that the session judge may pass? Or what are the various courts by which offences are triable? What are the sentences which the magistrate may pass? Can a magistrate award a sentence of imprisonment in default of payment? Let's move on. And according to section 6, besides the High Court and the court is constituted under the law, other than this code, there shall be in every state the following classes of criminal courts, namely Court of Session, जिसे हम सेशन कोर्ट कहते हैं, हर एक स्टेट में होता है. दिल्ली में राउज एवेन्यू, 30 हजारी, द्वारका, कैलकाटा में जाएंगे तो बैंक्सल कोर्ट और बहुत सारे हैं. जुडिशियल मजिस्ट्रेट of the second class, judicial magistrate of first class, and in any metropolitan area, metropolitan magistrate or executive magistrate. These four bodies are there who act as a court and they have certain powers bestowed upon them. आगे चलते हैं. Thus, it may be noted that the classes of criminal courts mentioned in the section are besides the High Court and the courts constituted under the law, other than this code. Thus, the criminal courts are High Court, courts constituted under any law other than this court, Court of Session, not of Session Court, Judicial Magistrate of first class, Metropolitan Magistrate in a metropolitan area, Judicial Magistrate of the second class, Executive Magistrate और Special Executive Magistrate. आइए देखते हैं पहला कि Court of Session क्या होता है. Section 9 डिफाइन करता है. The state government shall establish a Court of Session for every session division. Every court of session shall be presided over by a judge to be appointed by the High Court. The High Court may also appoint additional session judges and assistant session judges to exercise jurisdiction in the court of session. The session judge of one session division may be appointed by the High Court to be also an additional session judge of another session. And in such case, he may sit for the disposal of cases at such places or places in the other division as the High Court may direct. Where the office of the session judge is vacant, मतलब एक रिटायर हो चुके हैं, दूसरा नहीं आए हैं, the High Court may make arrangements for the disposal of any urgent application which is or may be made or pending before such court of session by an additional or assistant session judge, or if there be no additional or assistant session judge, by a chief judicial magistrate in the session division, and every such judge or magistrate shall have jurisdiction to deal with any such application. Point 6. The court of session shall ordinarily hold its sitting at such place or places as the High Court may, by notification, specify. But if, in any particular case, the Court of Session is of the opinion that it will tend to the general convenience of the parties and witness to hold its sitting at any other place in the session division, it may, with the consent of the prosecution and the accused, sit at that place for the disposal of the case or the examination of any witness or witnesses therein. Subordination of assistant judges, assistant session judge according to section 10. All assistant session judges shall be subordinate to the session judge in whose court they exercise jurisdiction. The session judge may from time to time make rules consistent with this code as to the distribution of business among such assistant session judges. जो session judge होगा वो assistant session judge के लिए distribute कर देगा कि इस टाइप के केस आप देखो, ये आप देखो, ये आप देखो, kind of delegating the work for the faster disposal. The session judge may also make provision for disposal of any urgent application in the event of his absence or inability to act by an additional or assistant session judge, or if there be no additional or assistant session judge, by the chief judicial magistrate, and every such judge or magistrate shall be deemed to have jurisdiction to deal with any such application. The next point, section 11 of CRPC कहता है Court of Judicial Magistrate. According to section 11 of CRPC, in every district, not being a metropolitan area, there shall be established as many courts of judicial magistrate of the first class and of the second class and at such places as the state government may, after consultation with the High Court by notification, specify, provided that the state government may, after consultation with the High Court, establish for any local area one or more special court of judicial magistrate of the first class or of the second class to try any particular case or particular classes of case, and where any such special court established, no other court of magistrate in the local area shall have jurisdiction to try any case or class of cases for the trial of which such special court of judicial magistrate has been established. The presiding official of such court shall be appointed by the High Court. The High Court may, whenever it appears to it to be expedient or necessary, confer the power of a judicial magistrate or the first or the second class of any member of the judicial service of the state functioning as a judge in a civil court, chief judicial magistrate and additional chief judicial magistrate. According to section 12, in every district, not being a metropolitan area, the High Court shall appoint a judicial magistrate of the first class to be chief judicial magistrate. The High Court may appoint any judicial magistrate of the first class to be an additional chief judicial magistrate, and such magistrate shall have all or any of the power of a chief judicial magistrate under this code or any other law for the time being in force as the High Court may direct. Point 3. The High Court may designate any judicial magistrate of the first class in any subdivision as the subdivisional judicial magistrate and relieve him of the responsibilities specified in the section as occasion requires. Subject to the general control of the chief judicial magistrate, every subdivisional judicial magistrate shall also have and exercise such powers of supervision and control over the work of the judicial magistrates other than additional chief judicial magistrate in the subdivision, as the High Court may by general or special order specify in this behalf. Special judicial magistrate. According to section 13, the High Court may, if requested by the centre or state government so to do, confer upon any person who holds or has held any post under the government all or any of the powers conferred or conferable by under this code on a judicial magistrate of the first class or of the second class in respect to particular cases or to particular classes of cases in any local area not being a metropolitan area. Such magistrates shall be called special judicial magistrate and shall be appointed for such term not exceeding 1 year at a time as the High Court may by general or special order direct. The High Court may empower a special judicial magistrate to exercise the powers of a metropolitan magistrate in relation to any metropolitan area outside his local jurisdiction. ये तीनों पॉइंट थे. Now, provided that no such power shall be conferred onto a person unless he possesses such qualification or experience in relation to legal affairs as the High Court may by rules specify. Subordination क्या क्या है judicial magistrate के वो देखते हैं. According to section 15, every chief judicial magistrate shall be subordinate to the session judge, and every other judicial magistrate shall, subject to the general control of the session judge, be subordinate to the chief judicial magistrate. The chief judicial magistrate may from time to time make rules or give special order consistent with this code as to the distribution of business among the judicial magistrates to him. Courts of metropolitan magistrate. According to section 16, in every metropolitan area there shall be established as many courts of metropolitan magistrate, and at such places as the state government may, after consultation with the High Court by notification, specify. The presiding officer of such court shall be appointed by the High Court. The jurisdiction and powers of every metropolitan magistrate shall extend throughout the metropolitan area. सेम सेशन जज की तरह ही है. चीफ मेट्रोपॉलिटन मजिस्ट्रेट एंड एडिशनल चीफ मेट्रोपॉलिटन मजिस्ट्रेट. अकॉर्डिंग टू सेक्शन 17 of CRPC, the High Court shall, in relation to every metropolitan area within its local jurisdiction, appoint a metropolitan magistrate to be the chief metropolitan magistrate for such metropolitan area. The High Court may appoint any metropolitan magistrate to be an additional chief metropolitan magistrate, and such magistrate shall have all or any of the powers of a chief metropolitan magistrate under this code or under any other law for the time being in force as the High Court may direct. Special metropolitan magistrate. According to section 18, the High Court may, if requested by the central or state government so to do, confer upon any of the person who holds or has held any post under the government all or any of the powers conferred or conferable by or under this code on a metropolitan magistrate in respect to particular cases or to particular classes of cases in any metropolitan area within its local jurisdiction, provided that no such power shall be conferred to a person unless he possesses such qualification or experience in relation to the High Court's legal affair may specify by rules. Such magistrate shall be called a special metropolitan magistrate and shall be appointed for such term not exceeding 1 year at a time, as the High Courts may by general or special order direct. The High Court or the state government, as the case may be, may empower any special metropolitan magistrate to exercise the power of a judicial magistrate of the first class in any local area outside the metropolitan area. अब सबऑर्डिनेशन देख लेते हैं. सबऑर्डिनेशन ऑफ मेट्रोपॉलिटन मजिस्ट्रेट कौन कौन होते हैं. सेक्शन 9 ऑफ CRPC डिफाइन करता है The chief metropolitan magistrate shall be subordinate to the session judge, and every other metropolitan magistrate shall be subject to the general control of the session judge. सिर्फ chief metropolitan magistrate नहीं, every other metropolitan magistrate shall be subject to the general control of session judge. ये मान लीजिए सेशन जज हैं तो बाकी सब मैजिस्ट्रेट हो गए. The High Court may, for the purpose of this code, define the extent of the subordination, if any, of the additional chief metropolitan magistrate to the chief metropolitan magistrate. Point 3. The chief metropolitan magistrate may from time to time make rules or give special order consistent with this code as a distribution of business among the metropolitan magistrates and as to the allocation of business to an additional chief metropolitan magistrate. अब देखते हैं executive magistrate. According to section 20, in every district and in every metropolitan area, the state government may appoint as many persons as it thinks fit to be executive magistrate, and shall appoint one of them to be district magistrate. The state government may appoint any executive magistrate to be an additional district magistrate, and such magistrate shall have powers of a district magistrate under this code, or under any other law for the time being in force as may be directed by the state government. Point 3. Whenever in consequence of the office of a district magistrate becoming vacant, any officer succeeds temporarily to the executive administration of the district, such officer shall, pending the order of the state government, exercise all the powers and perform all the duties irrespectively conferred and imposed by the code on the district magistrate. Point 4. The state government may place an executive magistrate in charge of a subdivision and may relieve him of the charge as occasion requires, and the magistrate so placed in charge of subdivision shall be called the subdivisional magistrate. Point 5. Nothing in this section shall preclude the state government from referring under any law for the time being in force on a commissioner of police. All or any of the powers of an executive magistrate in relation to a metropolitan area. अब देखते हैं स्पेशल एग्जीक्यूटिव मैजिस्ट्रेट. सेक्शन 21 ऑफ CRPC इसको डिफाइन करता है. The state government may appoint for such term as it may think fit, executive magistrate to be known as special executive magistrates for particular areas for the performance of particular function, and confer on such special executive magistrate such of the powers as are conferable under this code on executive magistrate as it may deem fit. Sentences which the High Court and Session Court may pass. Sentences with High Court, sentences which magistrate. तो देखते हैं. According to section 28, a High Court may pass any sentence authorized by law. According to section 29, the court of a chief judicial magistrate may pass any sentence authorized by law except a sentence of death or of imprisonment for life or of imprisonment for a term exceeding 7 years. Chief judicial magistrate क्या नहीं कर सकता है? Imprisonment of life, death penalty और 7 साल से ज़्यादा नहीं कर सकते हैं. A session judge or additional session judge may pass any sentence authorized by law, but any sentence of death passed by any such judge shall be subject to confirmation by the High Court. Section 29 देख लेते हैं क्या कहता है. The High Court of a magistrate of the first class may pass sentence of imprisonment for a term not exceeding 3 years or a fine not exceeding 5,000 rupees or both. Magistrate of first class जो है वो 3 साल से बड़ा सज़ा नहीं दे सकते और 5,000 से ज़्यादा का फाइन नहीं दे सकते. आइए हाई कोर्ट में फिर से चलते हैं. An assistant session judge may pass any sentence authorized by law except a sentence of death or imprisonment for life or of imprisonment for a term exceeding 10 years. Assistant session judge जो है 10 साल से ज़्यादा की सज़ा, मृत्युदंड और आजीवन कारावास नहीं दे सकते हैं. ये इनके हाथ में पावर नहीं है. The court of a magistrate of the second class may pass a sentence of imprisonment for a term not exceeding 1 year or a fine not exceeding 1,000 rupees or both. The court of a chief metropolitan magistrate shall have the powers of the court of a chief judicial magistrate and that of a metropolitan magistrate. The powers of the court of magistrate of the first class. ये चारों ही चीज़ें इसमें भिन्न भिन्न प्रकार से सम्मिलित हैं। कैन अ मजिस्ट्रेट अवार्ड सेंटेंस ऑफ इम्प्रिजनमेंट इन डिफॉल्ट ऑफ पेमेंट ऑफ फाइन? महत्वपूर्ण क्वेश्चन। इसका जवाब है यस। अकॉर्डिंग टू सेक्शन 30 ऑफ CRPC, the court of a magistrate may award such term of imprisonment on default of payment on fine as it is authorized by law, provided that the term is not in excess of the powers of the magistrate under section 29. ये हमने बात किया था ना, section 29. ये shall not, where imprisonment has been awarded as a part of the substantive sentence, exceed 1/4 of the term of imprisonment which the magistrate is competent to inflict as punishment for the offence, otherwise than as imprisonment in default of payment of the fine. Next point, the imprisonment awarded under this section may be in addition to a substantive sentence of imprisonment for the maximum term awardable by magistrate under section 29. 29 में बहुत सारे restriction दिए गए हैं maximum terms के, वो भी अबाइड होने चाहिए। जैसे यहाँ पे 3 years है, यहाँ पे 7 years है, यहाँ पे 1 year है, तो ये सारे रूल्स वहाँ से टैली करने होंगे। इफ़ इट इज़ अबाइडिंग तो वो वैलिड होगा, नहीं तो नहीं होगा। Although a magistrate may award sentence of imprisonment in default of payment of fine, but there are 2 limitations on his power. One, such imprisonment is not in excess of the powers of the magistrate under section 29. ये or such imprisonment is not in excess of 1/4 of the period which the magistrate is competent to inflict as a substantive sentence. मैजिस्ट्रेट को जो पावर है, सपोज अगर उसे 7 साल की पावर है तो इसका 1/4 1.75 ऐसा ही कुछ हुआ, तो ये रूल यहाँ पे देखा जाएगा। रीडिंग सबसेक्शन 29 and 30 टुगेदर, a magistrate cannot pass sentence in default of payment of fine in excess of the term prescribed by section 65 of the IPC. So this was all for powers of the sessions court. Thank you. I hope you have liked the video. Please like, share and subscribe to our channel. मिलते हैं आपसे अगले वीडियो में, तब तक के लिए गुड बाय। And if you need the presentation of this video, just write in the comment section your email, name and your college. We'll mail you the PDF. Thank you.